double jeopardy. He'll select first from these categories. First, American lit. Then, this piece of paper will tell you what to do. We have some two-word science terms. Then, street smarts, Jason, and as the French say. What strikes your fancy, Eric?
American lit 1200.
Her poem, Daddy, with its Nazi imagery, dramatizes the oppression she felt. Her actual dad was a non-Nazi entomologist. Troy?
Who is Sylvia Plath?
Right.
American lit 1600, please.
Her poetry collection, Call Us What We Carry, includes The Hill We Climb, read at Joe Biden's inauguration. Troy?
Who is Gorman?
Amanda Gorman, right.
2000 lit, please.
You've just found the first daily double in the round, Troy. And you just pulled into the lead as well.
5000, please.
All right, here's your clue in American lit. Loosely based on historical events, this 1985 Cormac McCarthy novel is subtitled The Evening Redness in the West.
What is Blood Meridian?
You just added $5,000.
Street smarts for 1600, please.
For a bespoke suit, head to London's Mayfair neighborhood and this street, or row, that's synonymous with fine tailors. Troy?
What is Savile?
Right.
Street for 2000, please.
Alliterative and splendiferous name for part of North Michigan Avenue in Chicago. Actually just 13 blocks, but with 60 hotels. Mark?
What's the Miracle Mile?
No. Troy?
What's the Magnificent Mile?
That's the correct mile.
Street for 1200, please.
A Tulane historian says the Go Cup was invented on this New Orleans street in the heart of the French Quarter. Sounds right. Troy?
What is Bourbon Street?
Yes.
Jason for 1200, please.
Jason Biggs played Jim Levinstein in this raunchy 1999 film and its sequels. Troy?
What's American Pie?
Good.
1600, Jason, please.
In 2021, he became head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Troy?
Who is Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
2000, Jason, please.
A specialist in evil characters, this Brit played Colonel Tobbington in The Patriot and Lucius Malfoy. Mark?
Who's Isaacs?
Correct for 2000.
As the French say, 16.
This French phrase, literally like this, like that, is used to mean so-so. That would be comme ci, comme ça. Mark, back to you.
Two-word science term, 16.
It says that the volume of a gas varies inversely with the pressure on it at constant temperature. Mark?
Was Boyle's Law?
Correct.
Piece of paper, 16.
The Edict of Cyrus from the mid-500s BC insists on tolerance for those conquered by this Cyrus's empire. Troy?
What's Persia?
Right.
Paper for 2000, please.
In the Gospel of Luke, there went out a decree from this ruler that all the world should be taxed. Mark?
Who's Herod?
No. Eric?
Who is Caesar?
More specifically,
Augustus?
Caesar Augustus is right.
American lit 800.
This narrator in a 19th century classic says, Tom and me found the money that the robbers hid in the cave. Troy?
Who is Huck Finn?
Right.
Two-word science terms, 800, please.
It's the more common Latin name for the Lesser Bear constellation. Eric?
What is Ursa Minor?
Right.
Science terms, 1200.
This two-word compound is the main component of both limestone and coral reefs. Troy?
What's calcium carbonate?
Yes.
2000, science, please.
Copperheads belong to this group of snakes named for the heat-sensitive depressions on each side of the head. Troy?
What's pit viper?
Very good, you had 2000.
Paper for 1200, please.
This four-letter order is Latin for let it be done. You hear complaints about arbitrary and unfair government by it. Troy?
What is fiat?
Yes.
French for 2000, please.
Answer there is the other daily double. You've stretched it into a $20,000 lead over Mark, Troy.
Yeah, I can't speak French, so 1000, please.
It might be a handicap in this category. I don't want to give anything away. Here's your clue. This two-word phrase refers to one involved in shameful behavior, perhaps like Dennis the Menace.
What is enfant terrible?
You could have wagered more, that's correct. You cleared 30,000.
Lit for 400, please.
He published The Torrents of Spring just months before The Sun Also Rises. Eric?
Who's Ernest Hemingway?
You got it.
Piece of paper for 800.
Part of this job was issuing ukases, like the one from 1821 claiming all fishing rights off what's now Alaska, plus most of British Columbia. Troy,
What is czar?
you got it.
French for 1200, please.
Good evening is this 7-letter word, combining the French for good and evening. Eric,
What is bonsoir?
right.
Jason for 800.
On this drama, Jason Bateman navigated several criminal families, the Langmores, the Snells, and the Kansas City Mafia. Troy,
What's Ozark?
that's the drama.
Street for 800, please.
The 1960 Olympic Marathon was run along this way, a road begun in 312 BC. Troy,
What's the Appian Way?
good.
Street 400, please.
This New York street is named for a barrier the Dutch built in the 1650s to repel an expected English invasion. Eric,
What is Wall Street?
yeah.
Science for 400.
For actinium, it's 89. Troy,
What's atomic number?
that's right.
Jason for 4.
Along with Luke Perry, Jason Priestley dominated an entire zip code on this TV show. Troy,
What's Beverly Hills 90210?
right.
Paper for 400, please.
This junction, what's your function? As a court order requiring a person to do or to cease doing a particular act. Troy,
What's conjunction?
no. Eric,
What is an injunction?
injunction, you got it.
French for 800.
Paparazzi know that a legal or moral issue that attracts vast interest is a cause this. Mark,
What is celebra?
that's correct, and we'll finish the category and the board. Until I see you again is the meaning of this French goodbye. Eric,
What is au revoir?
au revoir is correct, and luckily we're not going to bid au revoir to any of you because you all had a very strong game. But Troy's got a big lead with $33,400. As we head into Final Jeopardy, let's find out what the category is. I'm sure you're curious. Television. We'll find out if that's a strong category for our 3 players when we come back. Join us in a moment. We're about to find out how much our 3 players know about television. That's the Final Jeopardy category today. Here's the clue. Mike Post combined the sound of a slamming jail door, an anvil, and 100 men stomping on a floor for this series that debuted in 1990. 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll start with Eric Kerr-Hurley in 3rd place with $7,600. Which TV show did you write down, Eric? What is Home Improvement? That's not correct, I'm afraid. You're going to lose $2,000, knocking you down to $5,600. Mark Favros was in 2nd place with $10,400. His response? What is Law and Order? That's correct. It's the iconic junk junk sound that begins every scene on Law and Order. I don't know how you phoneticize that. So you're going to add to your $10,400. You wagered $4,801. You now have $15,201. But it was a tough day to try to keep up with Troy Meyer. 31 correct responses in the game, and he found both daily doubles in the Double Jeopardy round. More to the point, is he a Law and Order fan? He got it correct, and he wagered just $1,600 for an even $35,000, and now a 2-day total of $62,600. He'll be back on Monday, and I hope you join us as well. Thanks for being with us this week, folks.
On Monday, champion Troy Meyer faces Duncan Bowling from Washington, D.C., and from Clinton, North Carolina, Ann Fairclough.